The birthday present. As Atul came out of the house, he felt immensely satisfied. His tongue could still feel the taste of the excellent cake that Smita had baked. He instinctively looked at his watch, the new watch, gifted to him by Papaji and Ma, his parents-in-law. Atul sat inside the car and thought of the wonderful feeling of being wished by Vikram early in the morning. His young, handsome 16-year-old son had come into his room in the early morning, dressed fully in his cricket clothes, with the gift that he had bought with Smita the previous day. Atul knew what the gift was, yet receiving it from Vikram brought a special joy to him. Though a father of two, Atul still had a childlike approach towards his own birthdays. And everyone in the family knew about it, so they all celebrated his birthday with great revelry and joy. There would be cakes and gifts and flowers and friends, and of course the dinner parties. Today too, Smita had discreetly asked Atul to come back home a little early. Didn't she have a twinkle in her eyes when she had said this? Atul understood that a drinks and dinner party had been organized for him. However, pretending not to understand, Atul smiled and nodded a yes to Smita. He was still clutching a wrapped-up gift in his left hand. Atul put it on the passenger seat and started the car. As he was about to change the gear with his left hand, he looked closely at the gift, neatly wrapped up in a green and red wrapping paper. Oh, it had to be Soumya's gift. In the early morning celebrations, as Vikram had to leave for his cricket practice, and with the video call from his parents from the US and the gifts of Papaji and Ma, Atul had simply forgotten to open Soumya's gift. With a pang of guilt, Atul picked up the gift and opened it. It was a beautiful Parker pen, black in color, a roller pen, just the one he liked writing with. Soumya knew his preferences so well. Atul opened the box of the pen. Below the pen, there was a handwritten letter too. Atul understood it must be from Soumya, so he hurriedly opened the letter and began to read it. Dear Papa, many, many happy returns of the day. You have been a wonderful father to me, Papa. And on this day, I pray for your long and healthy life. Some days back, you told all of us that family should come first in everything, and nothing should be hidden from the family. That one sentence has given me immense strength and courage to write this letter to you, Papa. I know that you have given me all that a child needs and all that you as a banker could afford. But Papa, somewhere deep down I feel that all your energy, your time and your resources are spent on Vikram. You have never found time to come for all my dance shows. In fact, you came in an hour late even for my Arangetram. But you have never missed a single match that Vikram plays on behalf of his school, even if it meant that you had to take a casual leave. When I joined Bhavsa sir's tuitions for accountancy in the 10th standard, and I requested you to buy a scooty for me, you refused, citing my young age and traffic, and of course the lack of funds. But that same you readily bought a bike for Vikram at the age of 15 because he had to go for his cricket practice every morning. Traffic, being underage, and funds, all these three did not deter you from purchasing a bike for him, Papa. Dadaji, Dadi, and you openly talk in my presence how when Ma was about to give birth to me, all the three of you prayed for a son. I know you laugh when you recall those days. But Papa, have you ever thought that it makes me feel so unwanted and so insecure? Dadi so proudly tells everyone that one doctor had agreed to test for the child's sex when I was in the womb. But because you were in a training in Calcutta for a month, the said test couldn't be done. And then later on, it was too late. Papa, I always look at you when Dadi recounts this incident, hoping desperately to be told at least once that the test wouldn't have made any difference, and that you would have gladly accepted a daughter as a God-given gift. Why, Papa? Have I not been a worthy daughter at all? All our childhood photo albums are full of Vikram's birthday celebrations. Why wasn't my birthday celebrated with equal joy, Papa? I was so happy when you took the entire family for dinner when I scored 86% marks in the 12th boards. But when Vikram scored a half century in the school cricket club, you took us all to Mount Abu for 3 days. Just the last month, I talked about my plan to study further in the US. And you did not reply anything at all. Your silence told me that the family won't have enough funds to send me to the US. But that same you, Papa, immediately agreed to sponsor Vikram's visit to the Lord's Cricket Club for a cricket training camp for just 1 month. Sometimes I wonder, Papa, why I am given such a treatment in such an educated house. You are an MCom, Ma has done her MSc in physics, and yet somehow I feel so left out at times. On your birthday last year, Vikram and me baked a cake for you. Everyone in the family knew that I had done the entire baking. Vicky had just hovered around me all the time. But your social media posts just had you and Vikram and the baked cake, with you pouring out profuse thanks to dear Vikram for having baked a cake. Ma understood. But she's as helpless as I am. I know it is your birthday today, Papa, and I must not be telling you all of this. But Papa, you only said that family must be in the know of everything. So I thought that you should at least know what goes on in my mind. That day when Jayesh Kaka had come over at our place requesting for some money, you refused by saying that you had to save all your money for Vikram's future. Papa, does my future never interest you at all? I will be very happy to carve my future on my own. But honestly, Papa, it will strengthen me tremendously to know that you are watching my back. Atul realized that the car was still parked and Smita was knocking at the window. Smita had a questioning look on her face. What happened, Atul? You got into the car some 10 minutes back. And you have still not driven to office. Something the matter? No, nothing. It's just that I had forgotten something. I don't have to go to office straight away. Tell me, Smita, where would Soumya be right now? Soumya? She will be at the college at this time. But why? Nothing. I thought I will just stop at her college on the way and thank her for her beautiful gift. Smita smiled. Arey wah? What has she gifted to you? The perfect birthday gift, Smita. The lesson of life. And Atul sped away towards Soumya's college.